We are joined this morning on Newsmaker Sunday with Winnebago County Executive Mark Harris. Mark, one topic, of course, which has dominated this entire past year, COVID-19. How has your county weathered this pandemic so far?
Well, we have had 181 deaths, so it's been a serious situation. But I think we're doing better than larger metropolitan areas. And the health department's done a good job of giving people advice on what they should do. And of course, the state has an indoor mask ordinance. So I would say we're doing fine relative to the situation we're in. But I really would advise people to continue with some caution. We may be very near the end of this, but there's a lot of citizens that want to get a vaccination that have not yet been eligible. And I think if we all keep wearing our mask and keep using sound practices until everybody that wants a vaccination has gotten one, then we'll really get through this. If we're not cautious, there's always a danger that there'll be a new wave of cases.
Your county was at the center of some debate when it came to the mask mandates and who had the power to issue these mandates. Can you explain some of that confusion? Where did that debate all get started?
Yeah, I'll try and make a short version of it, but basically the power to issue orders is given by the state to health officers. And that power's been there for decades. And the language that the state used to give it proved to be controversial. But only a few counties had language in their codes that would allow them to enforce those orders. So to have a meaningful order, you would have to have the ability to enforce that. And that took quite a bit of discussion and some compromise, but we reached a good solution where the health officer can propose orders. They're not mandatory until the county board approves them. And we haven't actually done one yet, but if the governor's mask order should be struck down by the courts, before we're ready to have people stop wearing their masks, then the county would put one up. And in fact, the largest city in the county, Oshkosh, has actually done just that. They've passed something that would throw in their own order the minute the governor's order was struck down.
Now, we have heard your county is supposed to be getting some COVID relief funding sometime soon. How do you plan on utilizing that money?
You know, we actually have to wait for the Treasury regs to find out what's permitted, but I suspect a significant portion of it will go to expanding broadband and high-speed internet. There's some partnerships with municipalities and with some not-for-profits that I would like to see come true, although we really need some change in the legislature to allow us to deal directly with not-for-profits. And I think we'll get that. But I know I'd like to see the local warming shelter expanded so it could hold all of the people that need to be sheltered during the coldest parts of winter. And I think there's enough money here that's a possibility. But I'm going to be polling all the towns and villages and cities in the county because they're getting money as well. And I'm going to be looking into whether we can't work together on some joint projects.
You have done a lot of work improving the county's communications center. $11 million invested in improving your dispatch and communication system. Why was that such a big deal? Why was it so important?
Well, it actually was a federal mandate that we switched to 700 or 800 megahertz from the old system that we were on. And but that also gave us an opportunity to improve those services. The signals have more building penetration. They had better coverage in the county. So you wouldn't have, for instance, a sheriff's deputy in a dangerous situation unable to reach dispatch. So that improved those services, but it was also a chance to make our systems interoperable with all the municipalities. And remember, the counties generally do all the dispatch. So if you live in a city and you're calling 911 to get a fire truck or a police car, that's actually dispatched by county employees. So there was a real need for that interoperability. And Winnebago County did something unique. We actually bought all the radios for all the municipalities in the county because we were the only one that could spread that cost over the entire county tax base. And that's worked out real well for us.
Mark, as you look forward, if you're reelected, what are you most excited about for your county?
Well, I'm really pleased with a couple things that we've done. You know, we've invested a lot of money together with Outagamie County and UWO Fox Cities. It's a 2-year university right at the borderline between Outagamie and Winnebago County. And we added engineering classrooms and we added a communication arts center. I'm thinking there's another project to give them a full cafeteria that makes a lot of sense. And I'm hoping we can do that. I'm also terribly proud of the fact that Winnebago County discovered that if we put more resources into our Veteran Service Office, that was connecting veterans with millions more in the benefits they already earned. And when you bring millions more of veterans benefits to veterans in the community, that also serves to improve the economy of the community as well. And I'm proud that we actually have the largest veteran service office in the state now.
Mark Harris, Winnebago County Executive, running for re-election. We thank you so much, sir, for joining us this morning on Newsmaker Sunday. And if you have a newsmaker in your town who you think we should have on this program, let us know about it. Send us an email at tips@wearegreenbay.com, or you can message us on Facebook. And be sure to join us once again Sunday morning at 7:30. Until then, have a great day.